It's been nearly 3 years since I last did a video of the entire layout, so I thought an update was long overdue. Start by showing the control panel that I use to manage the whole layout. It's not quite built up to where I intend it to get to yet. Oban is still awaiting some work. We then progress to the northern end of the fiddle yard where the line diverges to the right. We start on the line north, heading towards Crianlarich. First station on the line is Gairloch Head. Sits at the top end of the room. It's largely as I built it several years ago during the COVID pandemic. Moving around, we skirt the top of the room and come to last year's and early in 2025's work that done on the outskirts, the southern end of Arrochar, leading into the station, which is now well on its way to completion. Landscaping is all in place, plenty of detailing work is still required. So we pass through Arrochar, make our way alongside Loch Lomond as the line runs through the landscape and across my efforts at the Craigenarden Viaduct. Some more work required here, trees, bushes, etc. need adding. The line then runs through a cutting and approaches Ardlui station, where I plan to do some more work up above the station, raising the height of the landscape to try and create that sort of mountainous feel where the mountains loom over the station to create the size that you typically see when up in the Western Highlands. As we move north, we come to the Glue station and then we turn to the right and head back down into Crianlarich. Crianlarich was the first station I built. It's nearly 5 years since I finished the work on here, and Crianlarich serves as a junction on the West Highland line for Oban trains and Fort William and Mallaig trains. But this now is well established, works with relatively few difficulties. Departing to the north, we cross the Glenbrewer Viaduct. It's here I have a minor issue at the moment where I've got a slight twist in the track and I may well have to lift the track to sort out the problem. And we return to the main fiddle yard. On departure from the main fiddle yard, the line heading north takes the diverging gradient that climbs up alongside Mallaig and behind Gairloch Head on its journey to the north. Crossing the top of the room up above Gairloch Head, we come along to what I call the mountain pass section. This runs along or above Arrochar, and whilst detailing is still ongoing, it is in a largely complete landscaping type format with the locks, or lochans as I've been instructed to call them, all working well. The gradient peaks in between the rock faces and then falls on its way into Mallaig Junction Yard. Mallaig Junction Yard is the fiddle yard at the top end of the layout, comprising 5 hidden sidings before the journey into Fort William Station is undertaken. Fort William Station has been as it is now for several years. I need to fit the lights that I have, but this works very effectively, much as the thing on the real line does. On departure from Fort William, trains run back through the mountain pass section before taking the right hand turn on the approach to a hidden fiddle yard which I call the Glenfinnan Loop, before the end terminus of the line is approached at Mallaig, where trains terminate My leg still needs a bit more work, particularly on the semaphores, which I haven't got around to automating as yet. But here we see 37043 having reached the end of the line, and that's as far as things have got for the time being.